Hey y'all, welcome back. I know it's been some time since you guys actually see me broadcast anything or even do like a stream wise on YouTube, but I figured I'd show you my lovely dry erase board. Now, for those who play Stranded Deep, you're probably wondering, what does this have to do with anything about the game? Well, as you can see, it's the grid, the cartographer that you would see to pick from your areas on the map. Here's your starting point. That's always in the middle. Alright, so there's the thing, and this is what I've written down. These are the tips that you would want to go by when you play this game. I had this down for a while now. But it says, for number 1, gather resources. And of course, this is all happens after you land on your first island. You want to gather the resources, then you want to build a fire. Fire is very, very important when you land to a new island. Honestly, I wait till I gather resources, then I try to build a thing, but that we'll get there. But yeah, see, build a tent to sleep and save game. You need that. Build a water well. Another thing that you're going to need. You can't really survive off of coconuts. I mean, you could. You would have to be very careful, not to mention you can only drink 2 coconuts at one time. Go hunting for food. I recommend anybody who plays on regular mode, or as they say, default mode or hard mode or whatever mode it is, be careful. There are a lot of things that could hurt you. Stay away from the purple starfish. And a lot of things, I learned this the hard way when I first started playing the game. The purple starfish is not your friend. Stay away from it. You can't be invisible or invincible walking over that damn thing. So, number 7, when swimming, watch out for things that may cause you harm. This means while you're hunting or just taking a swim. If you're playing on default mode, definitely be careful. I play on passive because I'm terrified of the deep water, and it does not make me a pussy. There are many people out there who are terrified of deep water. And it's not because we can't swim, it's just we had a traumatic event happen in our lives, myself included. I'm not going to go into it because that's technically personal as to why I am terrified. And and then number 8, do not travel in a storm. A lot of people love doing this. I don't, especially when I haven't built a really good raft. And as you can see, I don't even have that in this 8 things because I'm still figuring the game out, even though I've had it for almost a year now. I have at one point started building a raft a long time ago, and it was big enough to where I was able to haul the yellow raft on, because I wanted to make sure, like, if something would ever happen to my big raft, that I have the yellow raft for backup, and I thought that was smart. I basically made a big ass fucking raft where a little section of it was in the middle was big enough for the raft to sit in. This way, if something would happen, I can grab the yellow raft and get the fuck out, basically. But from what I've been hearing, is the raft that you make is indestructible. From what I was told, anyways. I don't know for sure, but yeah. But yeah, this is my dry erase board. Before I got this dry erase board, I was using paper. Then I went from paper to cardboard. So I was like, I am tired of remaking and wasting paper and cardboard. I need something where I can erase and draw shit up. Plus, this grid is actually permanent marker. I didn't use the black on this because I knew it would, erase. So I used regular permanent marker. Same with all this. This is all permanent. This is permanent. Like all the lines and everything is permanent. This way I don't have to keep rewriting everything. But I would definitely recommend anybody who plays this game and is tired of saving the game to go look at the cartographer. This way, you already have it written out where you left off at. I would also recommend either doing the time that you started the actual game play, have the date, and then the time. This way, you know how long you've been playing on this island and how many days. It's been... They don't actually go off by the actual date in the game, but it definitely makes you aware of what day. Say you've been on this island for about 2 months in real time. Like, today is January, I do believe, 15th or something like that. 16th it might be. But like today's January 16th, and on the game it says you've been on there for 2 years. So like that's what I mean. It's good to have this shit cataloged. A lot of people wouldn't think so. I think it does, cuz it helps you keep track of everything, and it's not a big thing, So I definitely would recommend doing that. Also, another good thing is, especially when you're traveling from island to island, and you know how there's bosses and then there's the way out cargo ship. Well, always, if you have a red marker, always do the bosses that are on the map in red. This way you can keep them separate from the rest of the map, and also keep a way out in red as well. But this is very useful. Make sure when you do your cartographer, and it doesn't have to look perfect like mine. I did mine with a ruler. I actually bought a separate ruler so I can do the boxes perfect. I probably did like 3 or 4 times with this, and I still have to keep up with it because sometimes it does fade away. But it's really a good idea to write your directions like compass wise, because this is how the cartographer works. North is up there, west, south, and east. And then, like, if you turn it sideways, there you go. Now, it looks like a compass. And I have it written out the way it would be if you were to turn it this way. This way, So then here's your north and these erasers. Well, actually, I think I had to buy this separately, but that's okay. I would definitely stay away from permanent markers unless you're doing this, like writing out the lines, because then you don't have to keep messing up your cartographer dry erase board every time you go to erase something. Look, it doesn't come off. None of this comes off. None of it. So I would definitely do the grid in black permanent marker. Write your starting island with the little dot. Do your little direction thingies. Write the stranded deep, and then whatever you think would be your numbered, ways to survive when you first move to a island. But yeah, I would also make sure you have enough room for down here. Granted, it doesn't look like it's enough room. Honestly, I probably won't be adding too much to there. Okay, so like these, see how big I made these boxes? And this is your grid. So say on your starting island, you've gathered all the resources, you made a fire, you made the tent, water well, the whole 9 yards. So what I would do is whatever resources, like say you found metal or whatever. So you would come over here, not with this color or a darker color, because the blue doesn't really cut it. But you would write it like this. Okay, so you have a tent, so you do this. Tent and water well. Granted, it's gonna suck because you're writing very small, but that's what you would do in these little boxes. You don't want to write gigantic like that, because good luck trying to fit that in a little box. But yeah, that's what I would recommend you doing. And what's cool about these markers? They have little erasers at the top. But yeah, that's what I would do. I'm not saying everybody should do that, but it's definitely not a bad idea to do. So go to Walmart if you have one nearby. Buy a dry erase board. This was about $8 or $9. You're probably going to have to buy this separately, but these do come with it, and I think there was other things it came with, but I got rid of them and put them on my other dry erase board, which is made for a calendar. So, but yeah, if you're tired of paper, you're tired of cardboard, or tired of pausing or not pausing, saving your game and going to the cartographer to see where the hell you landed at, this is highly recommended. I would definitely recommend this. But yeah, so as you could tell, I'm about to play. So this is going to correspond with my game. I will see y'all later.